The following video has been Fatboy approved. These are the shill-free opinions of Fatboy. Every product reviewed is bought and paid for by Fatboy. Yeah.
What is going on, everybody? It is your boy. Welcome into Fatboy Fragrance Reviews, and you know what time it is, baby? It's time to review that curly fragrance. Got my full feelings on it. Attraction Fatale, we're going to get all up in it. But first of all, you know who I am. I am Mr. Fatboy, a.k.a. the realest, baby, a.k.a. the Shill free man in Fragcom. I pay for everything I review. Can all my peers say that? No. It's something up you didn't pay for, but it's in your blood. It definitely isn't in mine. The day I make my own fragrance, everyone will pay for it. The big timers, the little folks, everybody pays a good price. That's just me. And when I do make one, and which is years away, it will be where everybody has to pay for it. I will be not sending out anything free, period. I live by that code, baby. I'm going to die by that code. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are new and you're ready to hear my full shill-free opinion on this fragrance and you enjoyed the content after I got through, come on, baby. Join this family. This channel is growing at a rate that's unbelievable. Thank you so much for the support y'all show this channel. Thank you for all my people that have been with me from the jump and the ones who have come along for this ride since we started. Thank you so much. If you want to sample this one, unfortunately right now, I don't know if there's samples left. I plan to buy more, but right now we're kind of just in limbo a little bit till I get some more in. But if there is a few left, you can get it at fatboyfragrance.com. We have sold a ton of curly fragrance samples. And thank you so much for the speedy shipping. But now, it's time to go. It's time to get all up in this one and give you my full review on it. Y'all ready? I'm ready. So, in honor of curly fragrance, I don't know what she says, but I'm going to say something like, let me say this. Get you some coffee or some Monster Energy drink like I drink. Get you a Monster Energy drink. Pull up a seat. Get you some popcorn. And put your feet up. That's all I'm asking. Relax. Enjoy the video. We thought I was going to say something else, didn't y'all? All right. Let's get all up in it, baby. You know how I do it. No edits, no do-overs. One take, and I always get it right. Fatboy Fragrance Reviews starts now. I am no stranger to YouTube fragrance review fragrances. I have reviewed Jeremy fragrances. I have reviewed the Navatus lineup. I have reviewed even Brooklyn Fragrance Lovers fragrance right here. Wasn't that good, but I reviewed it. I paid for every one of the purchases I have, and I continue to do that. The Z Career line, I've reviewed them all. So maybe down the road I'll do a battle between the ladies' fragrances, who has the best, okay? Do I have them all? No, but the ones I do have, I paid for them, so I can give you my full shill free opinion. I bought these two with the code, got them from $2.29 on the website. I'll leave the link below if you want to pick you up a bottle. So here's the look at the box of Attraction Fatale. Just some lightning on there, nothing really outlandish about it. There is no batch code, I think, on here. If there is, I can't see it. I have to get the batch code guy. There are scuffs somewhere. I think the treatment of the box and the bottle were kind of rough. I think for first impressions, when you're looking at presentation, you can look at something like this right here and let's just look at Ross's fragrance and Easy Mystique and look at that first impression. When you look at it, you're like, wow, that's a gorgeous bottle. I know, right? So this one, its presentation's maybe not as impressive, or even when you look at the boxes of George, but that's a totally different thing. The price point on this one is a steep $250. If you don't get a coupon, there's about $229, $230. So that's the price of them. I'll let you know if it's worth it here. And what are my full feelings on this fragrance? I'll treat it just like I treat any other fragrance. Here we go. Here's a good look at The box, now the inside, I do like the theme of this. It's kind of in a pillow, kind of under the sheets, like she, kind of seductive. So I do like that look. I think it fits her personality really well. I am not familiar with the perfumer of this fragrance or the company. I've heard so many stories. I'm not going to bore you with that. What really matters is the juice. So here's a good look at the bottle now. Mine is down to about that much. I had a full box right here. I had a full bottle right here that was empty within the first day of orders. So it is completely empty. Just kind of keeping it for souvenir sake now. This one is about empty. And after I put 2 more samples out, I might have about 20% left. Maybe that, until I buy another bottle. Now I have to keep some in there for reviews, for shorts and stuff like that. So until I buy another bottle, this will probably won't use the rest of this one. I'll probably buy another one. All right, so there's one more good look at the bottle. There is a smudge on mine, just like on every some other folks' bottles. Now, does it bother me? No. So I can live with that. All right, so let's go ahead and spray it. Put it in the air. The cap is actually, people don't like the cap. I don't mind it. It is metallic. There is metal in there, and it does snap on there. You can hear it snap. See, it does snap on there. So let's go ahead and put it in the skin. Before I get started, I want to fix one thing. You're going to see a pause in the video. I'm going to come back. It's not because I'm editing. It's because I want to fix my microphone. So I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Sorry about that, guys. Microphone was only going through one, and if you listen to your earbuds, it might not work right, so I want to make sure I get the sound fixed. So I'll be time-stamping all this. I know I'm being long-winded, but I want to really get into this fragrance. There's a myriad of factors I want to kind of talk about as I rank this fragrance and I review it. Price point. We have to get in mind that the price point is high. It's as high as, say, some of Jeremy fragrances and the Navitus brand. But that's around the point. So when I hear people buying both type fragrances and paying this price, don't complain so much about curly fragrance. Now, is it overpriced? I'll let you know. But we have to be careful with pricing here. There's a lot. There's another fragrance reviewer named Eugene who made a couple fragrances, and they're $250. Okay, I haven't smelled those, but at the note points there, I haven't thought they were worthy enough for me to buy them. Okay, so let's pump our brakes about complaining about the price. I'm not defending her price. All I'm saying is you are paying for other reviewers' fragrances the same amount, but you're not complaining as much. It's because it's curly fragrance. Okay, and the smudge on the bottle, and you think you're expecting some gold bar when you open it. I get it, but let's focus in on that. As I wanted to get that out of the way and tell you guys, we're being a little hypocritical with that. And I think we're being a little bit of chauvinistic too. I think because she's a lady and she sells the sex, I think, the sexuality she has, she sells that. We don't take her for serious sometimes. Don't mess that up either. Now, like I said, we haven't got to the juice yet. I'm just talking about the price and the presentation. Okay, presentation-wise, I would say this is a 6 or 7. It's not that impressive. So when you open it, you automatically say, I paid too much for this, and I can understand that completely. Okay, let's go ahead and put it in the skin now and in the air. And I've worn this. I've got reactions from it. I got my full feelings on it. Let's go. Let's see how that sprayer works. Sprayer's okay. All right, let's put it in the skin. This is a smoky, sweet, peppery kind of fragrance. Very seductive. You're going to get the comparisons to Say Stronger With You. Absolutely. Spice Bomb especially. It's just one of her favorite fragrances. What I pick up on here is a sweet, bubblegumish, peppery Spice Bomb kind of fragrance with a little bit Stronger With You. That is not a bad combination in my opinion. No doubt. The fragrance smells amazing in the opening. Freaking amazing. I do enjoy this opening as I've worn it. Now, I've gotten a chance to wear this a day and a half. That's plenty for me to figure this one out, to get people's reactions. And they all said the same thing. This smells good. When I asked, and I got to ask myself, to put my blinders on, no pun intended, put my pit vipers on and say, focus on the juice one. And that's what Fat Boy's doing right here. I love the opening. It's got a bubblegum almost vibe to it. It's very playful, but very seductive. Definitely unisex, but leans a little masculine. That's the way I feel about it. This is going to be an attractive fragrance for the opposite sex. They're going to love the way this smells. That part is undeniable. I have smelled some fragrance reviewers' fragrances that you can smell and say, no, does this smell good? Or attract anybody with the smell? No. Okay? I'm just trying to put some realism into our complaints here. Okay, so in the air, I do like it. It smells really nice. Now, is this a niche quality fragrance? It might have quality ingredients and it might be built like a niche fragrance, but to me it comes off a little bit redundant when it comes to other things out there. But remember, we're asking, she's creating something that she likes, to think that you might like. So yes, it's going to smell like Spice Bomb. It's one of her favorite fragrances of all time. Is that so wrong? Spice Bomb Extreme is still $90 for a bottle, okay? Sure, you could buy 2 of these, but they're not the exact same. I have them, I sprayed them. They're not the same. There is a bubblegum kind of sweetness to this one that I don't think people have talked about that I really like. So, we're going to pull up the notes of this bad boy, and we're going to go over those real quick. You know what, we're not even going to go over the notes. I don't need to go over the notes because we're just going to keep talking about the way it smells. Usually I do go over the notes, but I think with this one, we do not need to go over the notes. Okay, so very smoky, sweet bubblegum vibe that when it dries down, it becomes powdery and more tobacco-like. I get more tobacco. We lose the tobacco and we get more powdery. Now, as this fragrance winds down, it does lose a lot of its luster and punch. It just becomes very quiet, disappears, and it becomes another designer fragrance. That is a disappointment. If it could have that punch in the opening and keep it going and evolve, it just doesn't evolve enough for me when it comes to the price point. Okay. Price point. Is it worth $250? Should you go out and get it? I'll let you know in 1 second about if you should or not. But to me, it's not worth the money if I was not selling samples. If I was just buying it, I would sample this first before I buy it because of the fact it's $250. I just spent $600 on 3 fragrances that I know are worth $250. They have a track record. They got a background. This one, you're totally taking a leap of faith and guessing and hoping it smells good. We never thought that her fragrance was going to smell bad. But one thing I did wish I would have got was a little more uniqueness. Maybe a little bit of oud in there. Maybe more of her Middle Eastern vibe in this one. Hopefully the next one we get that. Okay, let's see if this one gets my full seal approval, and I'll tell you what, if it's worth it, if it's fully worth it or not in my final score. All right, so first impressions when I spray this, how much do I like it? I love it. Absolutely love it. It's a full check. Performance, how well does it perform? Mediocre. I would say 5, maybe 4. I resprayed this a lot. Here is the decan I took with me to work. It was full when I went to work, and this is how much I have left. I have about a third of it left. I probably sprayed about, there you go. That's a lot for me to spray in one day. I resprayed it maybe 5 or 6 times. So maybe I like the opening. Maybe I'm just trying to stay freshened up on it. But definitely performance is 5 hours for if you push it, if you really overspray. Now, if you spray like curly fray, if you're not a sissy sprayer, then you can go to town with this one, okay? Half a check on that. Did the wifey like it? It's a compliment getter. Check that box fully. 2 solid compliments. Everybody told me it smelled good, and my wife said it smelled okay. That's good enough for me. That's a full check. Final box. Here's the box that matters, okay? How much do I recommend this to you? I cannot recommend this as a blind buy. I would sample it first where you can get a sample. Right now, maybe at fatboyfragrance.com. I'm not sure. This is not a shameless plug because I'm not even sure if I'm going to buy another bottle yet. I'm still thinking about it. At this moment, I might want to put my monies into something else. It's not blind bottle worthy. Unless you're a reviewer, you can make content off it, yes. But if you're just a normal shopper, a normal fragrance enthusiast, and you're not a big fan of Curly, or you don't watch your stuff, you might want to wait. Maybe they go down, or maybe there's a big promo on it. If people are telling you it's blind bottle worthy, be careful. They might have not paid for it, and they're just giving their opinion based on their friendship with Curly, which is totally fine. I will always tell you that this smells great. People do love the way it smells, but it's not blind bottle worthy at the price point. It needs to perform better. It needs to be more niche smelling, and it needs to be more unique to be worth the money. And the presentation was lacking a little bit for $250. Now, first time we get it right, not everything's a home run. This is a solid double. Okay, for you baseball enthusiasts. It's a hit. It's a double. It's not a home run. Okay. So I'm going to give this an overall rating of about 70%, which means it's not blind bottle worthy. If it was in the 80s, then maybe. It's lacking in some areas. It's got great promise. It's a good start. I appreciate all the work you've done, Curly. Great job. That's my review on Traction Fatale. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I was super long-winded. I'll try to leave timestamps where you guys can kind of skip over some things if you don't want to watch the whole video. But I needed to get that right and make sure we get this right because she's very, very important to the community, super polarizing, and we got to kind of pump our brakes sometimes in the stuff we say. All right, that's all the time I got. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay well. And if you smell good, baby, and you feel good, then it's going to be all good. Fatboy Fragrance Reviews is out.